Hi, this is Johannes Persson from Umeå, and you're watching Kerrang video podcast.
So here we are with Johannes from Umeå. So how are you doing today?
Good.
Yeah? Excellent. So you're here to promote your new album, Eternal Kingdom. Could you tell us the sort of backstory about what you found and what it inspired?
Well, the short story.
Yeah.
Actually, we used to rehearse in an old mental institution in Umeå. And when we moved to another rehearsal space, we cleaned out the whole room, and amongst other things we found like old medical journals and also stuff that belonged to old patients of that institution. And yeah, to make a long story short, we found this book that was written, or a notebook that was written by a person named Holger Nilsson, and he named, and in Swedish of course, it was called Tales from the Eternal Kingdom.
Right.
And we later found out that Holger Nilsson, he was incarcerated for the murder of his wife in the beginning of the 1900s. In this book, he writes about a world where all the animals were divided into different sides. The evil animals that was led by the evil owl king,
right,
Ugin, and the good animals were led by the capercaillie king, which is kind of a bird-like creature.
Okay.
And these two sides, they end up in a final battle, and Holger gets, well, the evil animal wins, and Holger gets sent to a dungeon in the mountains.
Right.
And that's where it ends. It's a very short version of the story.
So Holger's a bit mental then.
Yeah, I guess.
Misunderstood perhaps.
I think we understood it quite well, but I don't think he lived in the world that you are living in. But it is a very interesting story.
Yeah, definitely. So what's it like when you first moved into the mental institution? Was it quite eerie?
No. I mean, just because it's a mental institution doesn't mean like you have crows flying around it.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty big area. Which was one of Sweden's biggest institution in Sweden.
Right.
But now they totally renovated it.
Bigger than IKEA.
Actually, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you know, they have everything there. You have kindergartens, dentists, and actually the Tontechniek studio where we have recorded the album is in the same area, and it's in an old building from that period.
Because I heard that you found some equipment from the place that was kind of really weird, like torture equipment.
Yeah, that was like 8 years ago when we moved into the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they still had that, because you know they had renovated everything.
Yeah.
But it was really big. It was like a chair where they put all the hysterical patients, and they swung them around until they faded.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a basic, not that. I mean, the science of psychology have moved ahead a bit since then. And but I mean, it has a really dark history. This institution, it holds the record of the most lobotomized patients in Sweden. So it's kind of a. In one of those rooms, we written a lot of our songs for our previous albums.
Yeah. So when you tour the album, will you be having a kind of guy dressed up as Ugin the Owl King to sort of battle the bird in the final showdown?
You never know. We might have a backdrop.
Yeah.
Look, Ugin, he is on the cover of the album.
Yeah.
He's that man, half owl kind of demon-like creature.
Yeah. Who designed the artwork?
It was a collaboration between Eric, our guitarist, and outside third-party artist called Pat Olofsson.
Excellent.
Yeah, and it really captured the whole theme of the album and make this kind of wood carving out of it.
All right, cool. So how would you describe the album in comparison to Somewhere Along the Highway, for instance?
It is. We had taken a very conscious decision about making the album well. We thought that we had taken Somewhere Along the Highway, that kind of music, as far as we wanted.
Yeah.
and we wanted to make a 180 degrees kind of turn and go in a way that is unexpected, because we think that it's kind of this genre that we are lumped together with have grown pretty stale and have stagnated this last couple of years, and this evolution of getting more mellower and more atmospherical. There's a lot of new bands coming up that you see that they bought a lot of delay pedals and go at it. And we felt like distortion, that's the key word on this album.
That sounds good. So finally, do you have any plans to tour the UK later in the year?
Yeah, we're coming here in a month or so.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a couple of shows here. I know we're gonna play London on the 1st of July, and we're gonna play Birmingham the day before that.
Cool, that's brilliant. Well, see gigs for details in Kerrang magazine. And Johannes, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
No worries.